From the News Channel 5 Network, this is SportsLine.
Hey there, SportsLine on your television. Steve Layman here with you. Glad you are here with us on this Monday night on News Channel 5 Plus. Kind of a smorgasbord of things tonight on the program. We'll hear from some Titans. We'll hear from Mike Fisher, who re-signed with the Predators last week. Also Vandy baseball as well. Opportunities for you to get in on the program, 737-7767. Some news from today from the National Hockey League. The Predators re-signing one of their top prospects, Austin Watson, who led Milwaukee last year, the minor league club in goals with 26. They re-signed him to a 2-year deal. The second year guaranteed to be at the NHL level. So sticking behind a guy who was their #1 draft pick back in 2010 and up to this point has only played 6 games in Nashville, scoring 1 goal. That was 2 years ago. But this past year, with the depth on the lines and the way the season was going, there was no need to bring him up. He performed well in Milwaukee, but yet to really make his mark at the NHL level, the Preds are hoping that will happen for a guy who still is just 23 years old. And congratulations to Predators assistant coach Phil Housley getting the call today at home from the Hockey Hall of Fame. Longtime NHL defenseman elected today into hockey's Hall of Fame. He will be inducted later on this year. Phil Housley, one of the great careers, one of the great American careers in hockey history. Predators fans may not be all that familiar with his career on the ice, just familiar with him behind the bench the last couple of years. 1 year for Barry Trotz, 1 year for Peter Laviolette. But Phil Housley was one of the best defensemen to ever play in the National Hockey League and one of the best American-born players to ever play hockey. 1,232 career points. That ranks 3rd all-time amongst all defensemen, and it's 2nd all-time among American-born players in the National Hockey League. He played for 23 seasons, most of that in Buffalo. That's where he had his greatest success. He was a 7-time All-Star, a really offensive defenseman in the National Hockey League, and I think you see that trademark carry over to guys on this Preds team, guys like Shea Weber and Roman Josi and Seth Jones. So certainly having his impact here as a coach, much like he did as a player in the National Hockey League, and before long he will be enshrined in the Hockey Hall of Fame. Congratulations once again to Predators assistant coach Phil Housley on one of those lifetime achievement things today to get that call that he is going in to the Hall of Fame. Some other things going on. The Grizzlies introduced their 2 draft picks today. You've got Jarrell Martin from LSU, Andrew Harrison from Kentucky. Interesting stuff from Andrew, saying he doesn't regret going back to Kentucky for his sophomore season when he was probably a 1st-round pick if he came out a year ago. Went back to Kentucky. He was a 2nd-round pick. His brother, Aaron Harrison, who was so great in the NCAA tournament 2 years ago, was not even drafted this year after his sophomore year at Kentucky. So both of those guys going pro. Not where they probably expected themselves to go. But now Andrew moves into Memphis, where he's going to be the backup for Mike Conley on a team that has been very good and built very well. So it'll be interesting to see what's going on there. Sounds got a little bit of a late start tonight against the Dodgers, wrapping up their 4-game series against Oklahoma City, trying to get back on track after losing 5-0 yesterday. They are down 1-0 early tonight. That game now in the 2nd inning. They had a little bit of a weather delay, as you probably saw it outside, some lightning, some issues earlier there, but they are now playing baseball and should be good to go for the rest of the night. And it is day 1 at Wimbledon. Top seeds Serena Williams, Novak Djokovic, both moving on. Tough news for a former Vol in John Patrick Smith. He qualified himself into Wimbledon to make the main draw for the first time ever in his career. He wins his first 2 sets today. He's up 2-0. He's in a tiebreak to win the match. He can't win it, and then he loses set 4 and set 5 to Kenny DeShepper. And so J.P. Smith out at Wimbledon, first ever trip to the main draw, loses in 5 sets in round 1. Again, our phone lines are open tonight, 737-7767. If you'd like to get in, talk about any of those topics. Free agency starting in a couple of days, both in the NBA and NHL. I was in Omaha last week for the College World Series. We'll hear from some of the Vandy boys and Tim Corbin throughout the course of the show, wrapping up what has been a remarkable 2-year run for them. Chime in on that. Titan stuff. 1 month, 1 day from tomorrow is when they report to training camp. So believe it or not, we're moving up on the start of football season, which is good because I think a lot of people are ready for it. They want to see what Marcus Mariota, they want to see what Ken Whisenhunt can do together, and if this team can be markedly better in year 2 of the Whisenhunt era. All right, we've got to take our first break now. Again, phone lines are open. 737-7767 is the number. Phone lines coming up wide open. If you would like to get in, we can talk about anything tonight. Or we'll get into some sound, a little Titans talk, a little Vandy boys talk, and also Mike Fisher on staying here in Nashville with the Predators. It's all straight ahead on SportsLine here on News Channel 5+.